Hi, this is Emily at the Coloring Oasis. Thank you for coming to my tutorial and or product demo of these brand new Indra Creative limited edition 72 color pastel pencil set. So I'm so excited to have these. Have not used them or tried them. I knew I had these. I bought them like a month ago, and I was looking at Amazon sales and I saw they're on sale right now. Less than what I bought them for. I believe right now they're $35, and there's a button to apply a 10% off coupon, which would only put them barely at what, $29 to $30. So I think I paid in the $40 range for these. So I will link them below. I don't know how long you'll be able to apply that coupon or how long it will be on sale, but I'm going to show them to you, and we're going to color in these Thai Sun books, or one of the books. I'm going to show them to you as well. I did do a tutorial demonstrating my Brute Fruner 500 pencil set, and I colored an entire picture. One of them was a tutorial when I was testing out those pencils. I don't think I did all of it, but I finished it off camera. But this was the picture that I did. This was done in a pastel, the Brute Fruner 500 pencil set. And it's the first picture I did using those pencils. It took a long time, and this is a good paper. I love Thai Sun's books, and this is a good paper for the pastels, and the soft grayscale of these books are really good for these pastel pencils. So this is Time of Wonders, and I love this book because it's very sort of retro, vintage, and just adorably cute kind of a style. I just love it. Let me show it to you real quick, but you can see what I mean. This soft grayscale works really well for kind of soft colors. I think we're gonna maybe do, I was thinking of doing some of those flowers, but I kind of wouldn't mind doing some of these leaves as well. Well, anyway, so let me just show it to you. I'll link these books below if you're interested. I love them so much. I also have the Christmas one, which I'll show you, which you can, of course, color any time of year or save it for Christmas. I think the Christmas one is my favorite. It's just so cute and charming. Oh, look at these flowers. And I would say this is more of an easy coloring, but because you do have the grayscale, you can really practice with your gradients of 2 to 3 different shades of the same color, dark to light. That shows you the little bit of what each one would be in the sort of like a glossary in the back. And this is called Lovely Christmas. This book I love so much. It's just so sweet. And I believe there are a couple of other books. I don't have them all. I just wanted you to see these really quickly. I'm actually probably still going to color one of these before the end of the month because I'm still working on my holiday pictures. February 1st, I will show you what I colored in December and January, because usually I do each month I show you, but I didn't really get to do many in December. So I've mostly been doing all my Christmas ones and winter ones all through January. I was super sick. I had gastroenteritis, a stomach flu, and RSV I got from my grandson most of December, so it kind of ruined it for me. That one's cute. These make me think of those Precious Moment figurines, kind of. So anyway, that is a little flip through of these two Thai Sun color books from Amazon. I think they're only like $7, and they have this really nice matte cover. So they're very, very nice quality books. So let's look at these colored pencils before we do some coloring. The Indra set on the back of the tin. You can see sort of this little color swatch here. I have not swatched these on paper. I'm not a big fan of swatching pencils. I generally tend to kind of trust the demos on here, and then look at the color of the tip. So here we have the pinks, peaches, yellows, and creams. And so for example, and I think these are the prettiest pastel pencils I've ever seen, because they have this black barrel and the color of the pencil on this part, and then black tip. Isn't that cool? So for example, this is 10082, which was that 10? No, I'm sorry. IC 082. I don't know. Are these in a, I don't think these are in a particular order, so you're going to want to order them if you want it to line up, like tray 1 could line up with this. I don't think they're in order. Let's pick another one. This one is, look how pretty that pencil is. This is IC012, which is the second row. So they're not in any particular order, but they're really beautiful. Beautiful pencils. They're nice and lean and long, and they're kind of square. So they are a thin square, so it's not going to roll off on your desk. Ooh, look at this. These greens. These beautiful mint greens, aquas, limes, yellows, more blues. Look at all these kind of neons. Oh, it's so hard to get good neon pencils, like pastel neons. Ooh. Here we have kind of magentas, purples, a little earth tone, some different blues. They don't look that pastel. More of the macaron colors. They just look like candy, don't they? Like all the colors you'd see in a candy shop or in a French patisserie. Oh, love it. So I'm going to pick a few colors and we're going to test these out. So for those flowers, let's start with a few purples, because who doesn't love purple? So I'm going to start with, they're not named, but they are numbered. I'm going to start with, I'm going to get some purples in a few different shades. We'll go with these 3. I don't know why the camera's blurring. For starters. And then let's also do 3 pinks for our different flowers. Let's do let's do this one. Some of them are sharp and some are not, which is kind of odd. Or they're blunt. 1, 2, 3. Let's go with 3 different pinks. And as always, I'm going to use my absolutely favorite color pencil sharpener, which is my Jarlink automatic sharpener. I don't know if you've seen me use this in other videos. It's particularly just for colored pencils. It has automatic setting. I keep it at 3, which I find is the perfect point. It stops naturally when it's ready to stop. I have never had a pencil that does not fit in here. So you just put it in the center, gently push, and it'll do the rest. It stops when it's just right, or it thinks it's just right. Perfect. You can also do a number 1, but the number 1 is so sharp and fine that the tips might break. I like number 2. Let's do our purples. You don't need to push hard, just barely until it starts. Just gently press. It's the perfect point. It's probably the best. And oh, I am not kidding. So this is chargeable. I have never charged this since I got it. I have had this since probably September. Whenever I first showed it to you guys, I don't even know. And I have not charged it since. And in fact, I don't even know where the charger is or would be at this point, because I have not used it other than when I first got it. So like, you know, I don't use pencils all day long every day, but I've used it at least maybe twice a week. And this charge lasts forever, no joke. Like it blows my mind. I don't know what's gonna happen when it finally dies, if I'm gonna be able to charge it or not. All right, so let us open up some of these pretty flowers. And we will color a few of these. If I can zoom in, is that gonna be too close? Maybe not. How's that? Let's just start here. I'm gonna zoom in. We're gonna start with the darker purple. And we're gonna do the darker purple where we see the darker sketch areas. And I'm just gonna give it kind of a sketch look, all like the sketch lines that are already there. The light touch. So the grayscale tells us where to put our dark color, darkest color. These are very feathery. I'm not pressing very hard at all. The color's coming on nicely. I'm going over it multiple times. Let's do this one too. It's kind of strange. It's like there's not an ounce of crumble or crumb. Oh, I forgot to, I think these must be more, are these more oil-based? I forgot to look, actually. They're not feeling super waxy, but they don't feel like all dry and scratchy either. They feel like they're like one of those pencils that has a mixture of a wax and oil base, so I would say it's just right. So I'm going to get my medium purple and start blending below and around and into where I already did. Leaving some white areas for our lighter purple. It's a little awkward. I hurt my hand moving, clean out the garage when it was time to put our Christmas stuff away. And I had a brace on for 2 weeks. It just came off and it's feeling a little weird holding it, like it's cramping up right where I injured it. So I've laid off the pencils the last couple weeks. It feels a little awkward because I have to keep my hold very loose to keep my hand relaxed because it's still healing. So I'm blending the two colors kind of together here. I would say this feels more oily. I'm sorry, more like an oil pencil, like a little harder than like a Prismacolor. Not a single crumb anywhere. I'm increasing my pressure a little. Let's get our lighter purple and kind of fill into these center areas. And I probably will go over another layer. With my Brute Fruiters in that other picture I showed you, I left a lot of the little white tooth showing to give kind of that heathery, phased, kind of like dusted look, which I kind of like in these vintage pictures. You can do, you can press harder and do multiple layers to get it more solid, but I kind of like that light, feathery look where you can see a little of the white through. It looks very soft. But yeah, I'm going over it multiple times and it's still filling in the white. I'm going to take my dark pencil again, and I'm just going to show you what happens if we do it darker. I'm going to go back over where I knew there was some of that darker purple. We first did the darker purple here and at the bottom. Can even go around the outside a little if we want. So it's definitely taking more color. Really just depends on how you like your pictures to look. If you want it like a thick, solid color, do you like that softer, fluffy, cloud-like look to it, which is kind of what I like. I just keep going until I like how it looks. You know, it just depends on the paper and the picture. Filling over some of that again, and I'm going to go to this lighter one again. These are macarons, so they're not supposed to be that bold or dark. I did not see a white pencil in there, but you could take your white Prismacolor, kind of go over these two lighter areas, or the lighter areas in the center, and then that'll give it more of a like a light reflection. Yeah, see, it's filling a lot more of that white tooth now. I'm still going over it multiple times. Definitely it's feeling to me like a polychromos. It's building up its layers. But it doesn't feel like hard and scratchy. It's just kind of like in between. Then you can take your dark one again and just go over that original kind of shadow where the grayscale was, if you want, on your final top layer. Yeah, these are really nice pencils. They're very, very good quality. I'm having no breakage. The point has like not even gone down hardly at all, I don't think. These are nice pencils. I'm getting lots of layers on here. Woo! Yeah, I definitely want my white. I would want to go over my white here, 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 here. Just a little to kind of lighten it up. And I'll probably put a little glaze on here so they look a little dewy. Ooh, pretty. All right, let's just move on and do a pink one. So you don't have to sit here all day. We'll do this one here in our pinks. And of course, I'll finish most of this off camera, so you don't have to be bored to tears. Ooh, pink. I like it. And this is Amazon paper, just so you know, since I got this book on Amazon. So if it works well on Amazon paper, it'll probably work well on any Amazon book, but even like the Joanna Basford books. If you print your own pictures on Etsy, it's going to depend on the paper. You might want the Amazon paper tends to have a little bit more tooth. I hate to say non-visible tooth, but it's definitely there. Some of the international coloring books or the Etsy books like I have that would not be best paper choices for these because they're shiny. All right. I think the Nina paper I usually print all my Etsy printables on would be good with these. I should have brought one to show you. Okay, I'm doing the middle pink now. Blending my pinks. I'm going to adjust my hand movement a little than what I'm used to because of my hand injury. It's really annoying me, actually. I feel like it's going to take me forever to do these at this rate. let's go in with our a little bit lighter pink. Might not be light enough. The barrel looks pretty hot pink, but this looks more like a coral pink. So you might want to swatch these if you're that worried about it. I look more at the the lead than the barrel to get an accurate idea of the color I'm getting into. So this definitely is coming across more like a coral pink. It's not super light. I should swatch my pencils. That was one of my goals for the 2023 year, is to swatch all my markers and pencils. I only really ever done it with my very expensive markers because I like to wing it more with pencils, but I really should. Okay, let's get that dark one again and get some of our dark areas again to keep up with our shadows. So you can see I'm going back over. I had 3 different shades and I'm going back over it and it's still taking more color. Even add a little here. Let's get the middle color. Maybe we'll do some of the greens to do a leaf. We can see what a leaf looks like. This is the middle color. See what the green looks like. There's that middle color again. All right, and then we'll do the center color, which is gonna look a little, it'll pop out because it's a different shade. If I had it almost looks like how do I describe it? The coral looks like a little orange tint in the center, so I don't know that I might do a little bit of white Prisma, teeny speck on each, just for like a little bit of light reflection. I'm building up that center color again, going back to the dark one again. So I'm actually going all out to try to fill all the tooth instead of my preference, which is to let it be kind of fluffy and show some of the tooth. All right, and do the middle one again. I think this looks perfect. So I'm pressing pretty hard. It's going to darken the colors, of course. So if you want it to look more pastel, I mean, the macarons are basically kind of fruity colors, right? But if you want it to look more pastel, you'd want to do definitely a lot lighter than what I'm doing. So then we have, let's zoom back out, you can see the whole thing. I can figure out how to do that. Oops, that's not gonna work. Come on. There. You can kind of see how they look together. Ooh, they look so pretty. Oh, I like it. Okay, let's pick a couple of greens. We'll do a leaf. You can see the leaf, what the greens look like. How about we do I'll go with one. I always line them up left to right, dark. What looks to me by the lead color, dark, medium, and a little lighter. Could even do, these are more sage. Not sure if I want one of the sage. Maybe I do. Maybe I'll do that on a separate leaf. All right, let's give a quick sharpen. All 3. That one didn't need very much. Okay, so I'm going to zoom back in so we can do a leaf. Let's see if we do this one here. Oh, these are nice. All right, these are look very bright, like a, they almost look neon, but more like I don't know, maybe like a lime or like a fluorescent. Too green to be a grass green. We could do 2 leaves here. We'll do 2 separate areas here. A little bit of darker up here. All right, just a little quicker. Let's get this medium green and get some done here. And let's do our little bit lighter one. What would really be pretty here actually would be to do a yellow in the center. Oh, it's a little sharp. But let's do this green instead. It has a little yellow to it, I think. I actually got 2 crumbs finally, huh? This has a little yellow in it. I think this kind of this green here. I think it's pretty. All right, let's go back to our dark green. Ooh, these are pretty. Pretty, pretty. Darken up those grayscale areas. Those darker grayscale areas. Do the medium. Middle part again. I think these look really nice. And you don't even feel them. You know, when you run your hand over it, you don't feel, it's so smooth. That's what makes me think it's more oil-based, this pencil, because it's so smooth. I want the dark one again. Adding a little more dark. You can see how it still takes a little more over a few layers. You can still get a little more in there. There's that beautiful green center. I really like these pencils. Oh, that's really pretty. So let's see, got those done. Looks a little streaky. I might need to work that a little more with my medium green. Just a little. I'm doing these a little bit faster so you can get through the video. But let me zoom back out. You can kind of get a look for how these are going to be all together. Isn't that pretty? And how about we look at some blues? Should we do that? I can do a few blues. Well, I feel like these should all be pink and purple. I suppose we could do some blues for the mug. So let's do some of these pretty, pretty blues. Starting with this really pretty blue. 1, 2, let's get another light one here. 3. All right, I'm going to sharpen. 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 Really blurry because I got my hand in the way. All right, let's work on the mug. I'm going to keep it zoomed out, so I'm not sure which area I'm going to do. Let's do just like the center. Should we do the handle maybe? Let's just do this. So I'm going to take my darker blue. I'm not going to do these stripes. I might actually come back and do those with marker. I'm going to do this kind of sketchy area right here. Oh, this is a pretty blue. Look at it. I'll zoom in here shortly. That's pretty blue. Trying to get that similar sketch look to it that is in there with the grayscale. That's so pretty. And it's covering up that dark part really nicely. Like you can't hardly even see that it was really dark gray there. All right, let's get our medium blue. And continue blending in from there, leaving some white all the way to the right. So we're gonna go dark next to the stripe, dark pushing out to the lightest, because it will be a little more shadow near that stripe. These pencils are so pretty. Oh, these are like the Macaron colors, or just the palette of the, I hate to say they're like girly colors to me, but like the pretty candy chiffon type colors. I just love them. So we've got that. We're gonna go very light, the white part. And get our lightest blue. I'm gonna need a white. Am I sure there was no white pencil? I don't think there was. Was there? I don't think so. Maybe I missed it, but I don't think there is. Let's get all this white area here. I wanted to tell you guys that I'm in the process of starting a new YouTube channel, which is my literature booktube. And so that's what I do. I teach college level English and literature writing. I'm also a freelance book editor and a book reviewer. And so I'm starting a fiction read with Emily booktube, and I'm gonna need new subscribers, so I will make a separate video about that when it's all ready to go and launched. If you guys want to support my channel, if you like to learn about books or hear book reviews or see book hauls or get book recommendations or learn how to study classic literature, because I do everything from every genre, then you definitely would want to subscribe, or just to help me grow my channel. Going back over with the dark. It's okay, I blended over a little because we're gonna go over that with something a little darker. I'm doing a second layer. And a third layer. I'm sorry, a third color. Do this final section. I just like to do little circles sometimes when I'm blending quickly. giving it more pressure now. And these pencils really are holding up nicely. I'm going to zoom this in for you. I can. Ah, pretty blue. Look at that. So pretty. Pretty, pretty. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to stop this video and continue this off camera. You will see this completed picture and what I colored in December, January video coming up February 1st. I will link below these pencils. Make sure if you go to the page, there's a little box under the price that says apply coupon. You apply the coupon before you add it to your cart, as long as that coupon lasts, if you pick those up. Super good price, beautiful pencils. And let's compare this real quick to my Brute Fruiters. This one you see a lot more of that white looking through. That's what I'm talking about, that kind of feathery look. It was a little harder to get as nice of a blend, as kind of milky coverage as on this, as these ones. These ones I think are like a little better for sure, and definitely don't take up as much space, and they are limited edition. Don't miss out. Thanks for watching. Check out the books, the pencils. If you have any questions, please let me know below, and I'll see you in another video, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial.